Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. We are in the small town of Macon, Mississippi, waiting for our southbound. Also waiting is an army of workers and maintenance away equipment. That southbound would end up being Daily Manifest 267. CPKC 267 originates in Artesia and terminates in Shreveport, Louisiana. This train will traverse 3 different subdivisions: the Artesia subdivision from Artesia, Mississippi to Meridian, Mississippi, the Meridian subdivision from Meridian, Mississippi to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and finally the Vicksburg subdivision from Vicksburg, Mississippi to Shreveport, Louisiana. After 267 passed, one of the railroad workers radioed the train crew to let them know that everything looked good on their train.
CPKC MW695 at KCS 5024 South, over. KCS 5024 South, that's right, over. Yes, you look good by making here with a light in place, over. Looking good by making with a light, thank you, over. That's correct, try to get a little time behind you. Copy that, you begin time behind this conductor Clark, over. CLARK, over. I understand that's conductor Clark, over. W695 out. Copy, over.
By the time I crossed the tracks and got turned around, one of the high rail trucks was already getting on the rails. A high rail truck is exactly what it sounds, a truck that can drive on both highway and railroad. You can tell this operator has done this before. He got everything lined up just right the first time. I wonder if these trucks have cameras to help them line up, or if it's just simply experience and skills of the operator. Later that afternoon, at the next crossing south of where we were, I found this excavator. This excavator also has equipment to allow it to ride on the rails, but it had already finished its work for the day. But another excavator was still hard at work on the other side of the tracks. These machines are shredding trees that were cut down to make way for new power lines that'll connect 2 substations. I was hoping that they would clear trees all the way to the tracks to give me some new filming angles at this crossing, but unfortunately, there's still going to be a thin row of trees right next to the tracks. I sometimes catch trains on my morning commute to the fire station. One of the problems with that, though, is finding decent lighting for those times of the year where it's still dark around this time. On this morning, I opted to film on the backlit side of the tracks, to have the sunrise in the background. For us is southbound CPKC 267, who is just beginning his journey and leaving Artesia. let's check out the northbound counterpart to train 267. The faint report of a defect detector on my scanner told me this train was close, and I got to the tracks just in time. This train is northbound 266, bound for Artesia, Mississippi. Taking a trip back in time to 2022, we find train 266 entering Artesia, except this technically isn't train 266. These were the days before the CPKC merger, so this train was still operating under the Kansas City Southern Railroad. The KCS used a letter system to ID their trains, this train being MSHAR, or MSHAR for short. The M standing for Manifest, the SH standing for Shreveport, where the train originated, and AR for Artesia, where the train is terminating. The CPKC merger would change all train IDs to a number system, so this train would change from MSHAR to train 266. We'll end this video with the sights and sounds of CP 7033. 7033 is one of 60 SD70 ACU locomotives modernized by Canadian Pacific and Progress Rail in 2018 and 2019. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.